And this is the political brown kid, and I just kind of wanted to give another dating update. I haven't done that in a long time. I actually, um, this it was actually two female. Well, I just received another like today. Um, Pretty interesting. The likes are getting. One thing I will say is this: the likes are getting better, and that's just with women initiating likes with me. Because normally I don't get women that initiate likes with me. In the past month, I've had two women initiate likes with me, which I find interesting, and not just women, but actually women that are kind of okay. These are getting better. They're no longer 70s and 60s. They're in my age range. They're 44, 42. I think the other one's 42. So they're in my age range. The one just sent me one earlier today. I've replied back. Haven't checked in back yet to see if she said anything because I'm trying to get off these apps. But I want to focus on the first one that sent me a like. So, and this was about a month, about 3 weeks ago. I'm not gonna say a month. It's been about 3 weeks. We met up for lunch because even in looking at her pictures, I was like, it's getting better, but I don't really know about this one. You know, and I'm gonna be honest with you. It's the shape. It's the shape. And I'll preface that by saying this. Once again, I'm still on my weight loss journey as well. I mean, I'm down. I'm down considerably, but I still have a stomach. I still have a stomach. And that's like the last thing to go, I think. And but I'm trying to work that off. And so I'm trying to get better with my physique. But I feel as though like I said, I'm not a big dude like I used to be. Not a big dude at all. Not a big dude at all. And I'm just kind of like, man, I've seen the thing that's getting me, and I know I've mentioned this, and I'm falling victim to some things. I'm not practicing what I'm preaching because I used to always say, stop looking at what the white man's doing, and when I say white man, that's white man, white woman, that's just white people in general. Stop paying attention what they're doing. But in this case, I did because when I went out on my initial date with the first female, um, like I said, it was the shape. But we still had a good time. We sat there. We had a good time. She's a very nice individual. But once again, I'm going to say this. I think that, women, and like I keep telling y'all about what I noticed that women who speak to me, like when I'm walking and I say hi, like when I'm going on my daily walks or my every other day walks, and when I'm walking around just out and about, or if I'm at my job and I'm walking down the hall, it's always the pretty ones that don't speak. It's the pretty ones are, I can probably say 96% um, with 96% accuracy that it's about with 100% accuracy it's about 96% of the pretty women that do not speak to me when I'm out. They make sure they're looking at their phone until they pass me. They're making sure that they're focused straight ahead, or that they have a stern look on their face and they don't want to be bothered. And then, like I said, even if I throw my hand, because like a lot of times when I'm walking, I'll just throw my hands, especially if I have my, you know, my buds in, your wireless things in. I'll just throw my hand up. They don't acknowledge it. They don't, they keep walking. It's always the women that are like chunky, or they're, older. They're older, or they're average looking. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with being average, but I'm saying I think that these people, and when I'm internalizing it, because I'm kind of going through the same thing with this other big woman, I'm going to explain that, is that I think that they can empathize. I think a woman who used to be the ugly duckling and now she's probably sprouted into something looking at least decent, if not fine, those women will speak too because they can empathize with being invisible to men. They can empathize with being rejected. And so I think that they tend to treat people with a lot more compassion. But women that were always pretty their whole life and has gotten by on their looks and have had men just fawn over them, those women are a pistol. And I'm just going to say it as that. So I'm saying all that to say this. Why? Because this, like I said, this woman, her attitude is very great. But once again, like I said, I think that's because she's a big girl. She's big. And she's not huge. It's like she's not huge. She's probably like what's the girl that was on Moesha and then she got the spinoff with Monique? She's probably about that height, that build. And so, but it's still kind of like the thing that kind of got me was, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed. And and that's the unfortunate part about this other thing too. And we have great conversation. We have great, the energy. I understand when people talk about a vibe, even though I hate that word, but we mesh, we get each other. We have a lot of good similarities. And so and the reason why I gave it a chance too was because, well, this woman initiated a like with me. And so I was like, and she's not ugly. It's just her shape. And I was like, you know, maybe you ought to like who likes you. And trust me, I would be willing to work because, like I said, I went on my journey, and I was just like, man, as long as she can get herself, let me see where she's at. And the reason why I bring that up is because of this. And I know I'm kind of scatterbrained, so forgive me if my thoughts aren't very coherent and flowing nicely. They're not as fluid as they should be, but the reason why I'm kind of very disappointed is because once again, I'm looking over the fence. I'm pulling what I said I shouldn't do. I'm looking at with the white man. Like I just told you, I just made a video. I'm out the other night, and like I said, I'm in a black space. I go to black spaces, and I go to spaces where mostly black people hang out. They're nice spaces, and they may be spaces where white people at too, but I'm hanging at the black crowd. And here's a white guy. He's probably about my height, and he's with a white woman. Here's a white guy. Here's a white guy. Got on his like not cowboy boots, but them boots they got like the box toe. They're not the pointy toe, but the box toe. But he has on his boots. Got on his jeans with a t-shirt, and he's with a nice looking black woman. Told you got the Khalees frizzy hair. Got the like an Amazon. She's about 6 feet 6'1", and like Amazon 6 feet 6'1". And he's with her. And she's with him. And she's letting it be known I'm with him. And she's taller than him. How many times have we been rejected by women who said, I don't date men that are smaller than me. But yet when they go to white men, oh, I want me a white man so bad if he's smaller than me, I don't care. But when they with black men, they don't even give us that chance. It's just kind of like we're negated out. And then every time I see a black woman with a white guy, she's in shape. She's in shape. She has a nice face. She has a great demeanor. So how come don't deserve a woman that is at least in some... I'm not trying to say you have to be skinny and athletically built and built like Sha'Carri Richardson, like you're some kind of runner or sprinter. But why is it that, when the black guys get men, because I see it all the time too. I see a lot of muscular black men with either fat white women or fat black women. And so it's just kind of like, so now I'm just kind of like, well, maybe I should demand more. Why do I have to settle for, this? And like I said too, I've been trying to talk with her, like, and I don't press it because trust me, I've had women that I've met on dating apps. Trust me, I've met women on dating apps. And I told y'all when I initially started dating, the one woman, and this woman was gorgeous. When I say gorgeous, this woman was gorgeous. I could tell she was disappointed when she saw my body. And I had no business, and I'm gonna be honest, I had no business dating at that time. And I should have listened to this guy Brix. He's a personal trainer online. His name's Brix, Brix. If you want to check out his YouTube, he made a specific video saying don't date until you get to be the size that you want to be because you're going to attract a different type of woman. But I attracted this woman who I would have, she was just gorgeous. But she looked at me and was like, his body. I'm pretty sure she did. I had another girl. Me and her went out on a date. And I think we went out one time, and then after that, she avoided me. She started ducking me. And I think it was because of my body. I'm pretty sure it was. And so when I look at the women who've turned me down in the past, and I even met a third woman, and she was also gorgeous, another gorgeous woman. She kept saying to me, literally, she was saying to me, yeah, so have you lost weight yet? Are you still big? Like, how much weight have you lost? Like, she would literally ask me about my weight. And so I could tell that was a concern for her. And that's what kind of it was those things that really made me reflect on my life. But now that I'm talking with this woman right here, like I'm not that, and I think men we're not that direct with women, and women you may feel different, but I don't think that men are that direct with women because we don't like to hurt women's feelings. So I don't go to her and be like, yeah, you big, like you plan on losing weight. I don't say stuff like that to her, and she even knows she's big because she brings it up before I bring it up. She'll bring up her weight. Yeah, I know my size. Yeah, my size. Yeah. She brings it up. She puts the elephant out. She's like, let's get the elephant out, in the room on the table. I'm big. And so, but I've been like, yeah, but you can go on your journey. You can do this, you can do that. And I explained to her where I was and how I got to where I am. And, I talked to her and stuff. And she was like, yeah, but I'm not ready yet. And she literally said, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. And at least she's being honest, but at the same time, it's like, man, so basically, you hit me, it's kind of, I feel kind of offended in a way that, it's like, so I'm just supposed to settle for you the way you are, and you don't even have any plans on changing, because you're not ready. But she calls a lot, and I'm just kind of, and also the other reason too is because we have mutual friends. We have mutual friends that I'm very cool with, and I think she's cool with them too. And so it's just kind of like, what would they think of me if that's kind of like the one thing. That's one aspect of it. And then the other aspect of it is I can empathize with where she is. So that's why I've been trying to be nice. And I'm just kind of like a nice person. And that's the one thing I try and tell people. You got to be comfortable telling people no. But, which I'm comfortable telling people no, but I'm not comfortable rejecting people, especially after we've started. And like I said, she and I have already been out a few times. And like I said, I haven't done anything intimate with her at this point. But, and I've been kind of stalling because in a way I've been trying to see if I wanted to back out, because I was going to give her a chance to see if she was willing to go on a journey. Then hey, maybe I'll work it out with her, and if she starts progressing and she's taking it serious, then I would commit. But I can't commit, and you don't even have plans on making a journey. So that's where I've been kind of at. And that's my big disappointment. My thing is, man, if black women can get themselves together for white men, how come they can't get themselves together for me? That's the way I look at it. And so with this one right here, like I said, right now she's a phone buddy. Like I said, we've hung out a few times, just did a few frivolous things in the streets. But maybe at some point, maybe I need to nip it off or do something. So I don't know. But this is the Political Brown Kid. This is my latest dating journey. I'm out of here.